Hey y'all, hey! Welcome back to my page, y'all. Welcome to the replay. My name is Amy with A to Z Designs, and I'm going to be your host. And we're going to make a quick shirt using our club transfer for May. Today is the very last day that you can become a club member. It's just like a Costco membership. You pay a monthly fee and you get a lot of benefits. You get an awesome project that you can use to create at home. So let's do this. I hope y'all are well. Say hey when you get here. Let me know what you're doing. All right, so keyword tonight is truck, T-R-U-C-K. I'm going to take you back and we're going to get started. So I'm going to make a shirt for myself. Okay, we're going to use the May Club Transfer. We're going to start by taking a shirt and turning it inside out, okay? That way, I can line up the ink mat a lot easier, okay? So we're going to start by doing that. Then we're going to grab our ink mat here, this, okay? And I'm going to take off this cover sheet. That just protects it because it is sticky, y'all. This will stick to whatever you want to stick it to. Hey, friends. Hi, Shelby. How does our show work? Well, you're simply going to just hang out, have fun. If you would love to, you could hit the heart button. If you want to get the supplies and more details about what our page has to offer here, just comment the keyword. We have a keyword pretty much every live. So today it's truck, T-R-U-C-K. So just put that in the comments and you will then check your message requests. Okay, and you'll get a message with a bunch of details and you're absolutely going to love it. You are in the right place. Okay, so now that I've gotten that straightened out, I'm going to put my ink mat down kind of in the center. I'm going to press it down and then I'm going to flip this right side out. So I have a V-neck tonight, so I'm going to grab the ink mat, flip it right side out, and now we're going to straighten it here. So there's a lot of like getting it straightened, get the wrinkles out. No big deal. It's just part of the process. But I can tell you that it looks like it's a little bit crooked, which it'll be fine. Let me just straighten it out. There we go. So you want to try and make sure that it is very flat, okay? All right, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to talk about what we're going to put on this, okay? So if you are a club subscriber, it's $21.99 a month plus tax, free shipping, and you're going to get a packet that is just like this, okay? I'm using the transfer for May. Every first of the month, we have a brand new design that comes out, brand new accessory, brand new, not really brand new colors, but like a brand new kit, okay? So if you are interested in what I'm about to show you, just put truck in the comments, okay? So you're going to get this super cute envelope, and in that envelope, it's going to come with something like this. It says, look, I'm here. Okay, and you're going to open it up and you're going to get a reusable silk screen transfer. Reusable is the key word. You can use this over and over on fabrics, glass, metal, wood, chalkboard surfaces, windows, car windows, the wall. I have chalked on a wall before with the transfer, okay? It is always this size. 8.5 by 11. Okay, so this one says old school superpower legend, live free, ride faster, and it's got a very famous vintage truck on there. Okay, so you're gonna get that for May. You only have a few hours left to sign up. Then you're gonna get some type of coordinating colors. Okay, maybe paste, which is semi-permanent. And then maybe ink, which is permanent, which ink is what we're going to use on our shirt tonight. So the colors for May are black velvet, cherry, and colonial blue. All right, you get the packets, okay? If you're first if you're receiving your very first kit, you're going to get a mini squeegee, and this is going to allow you to apply that ink or paste through the silk screen on the transfer. And then for the month of May, you got the free accessory, which is this amazing galvanized rectangle piece. Okay, so we've done, I don't know, 2 projects, I think, this month so far with the club transfer, and now we're about to use it for the 3rd time. Let me just get all my goodies back in here. But if you were interested in that, just comment truck, okay? So we've done this one right here, which is the galvanized metal. We put it on the side. So it technically is double-sided, and we painted it and we added cinnamon, like for real cinnamon with Mod Podge, okay? And then I just added the little hanger piece, okay? So that was one thing we did. Then, let's see, the second thing is this God Bless America sign. These cutouts are from our Etsy shop. You can shop those just by commenting truck and checking your messenger. And we used the transfer for the truck. So we just made a cute little hanging sign, okay? All right, so tonight we're gonna put it on a shirt. The shirt is gonna be for me, okay? Hello, hello. Luis asked, can you use that galvanized board more than once? You absolutely can. You just need to remove the paste. We heard you were a little dancer. Donna, is my mom telling stories about me? Yes, girlfriend. I love dancing as a child. I still love to dance. I used to teach dance. My favorite is tap dance. So yes, I absolutely was. Okay, so let me show you how this works. These come on like a backer sheet, okay? So think of like a sticker sheet. So you're just gonna peel it off just like so, all right? And this where you see through is silk screen. It's like a mesh window. You cannot like poke your finger through it like you could some of those other like plastic stencils that you use those little pouncer brushes on. That's not what this is all about, okay? Now, I am thinking, because again, this shirt is for me. This transfer, when you first see it, is, in my opinion, a little bit more masculine. But y'all, we can wear it too, okay? So I'm going to show you how I'm going to wear it. Hey, hey, friends. Thank you all so much that purchased from our live sale. You still have a couple days to claim those items. It was on May 30th. So go back and check all that out. All right, I'm going to put this right below the V because that's going to be right about here. So I'm going to put it right there. Right there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and turn on my Cricut heat press. And I love pink and black, if you can't tell. So I'm going to press this down right here. I was just trying to debate whether I should like move it or not. Okay, holding it up just to see what it looks like. Now, I'm going to use black velvet. That is a black, the color of black. We call it black velvet. So this is our ink. This is going to be permanent once it's heat set on my shirt. Okay, so I'm going to make sure it's pressed down. I'm going to grab a squeegee and we are going to start putting the ink over it, okay? Pink truck, right, Deb? Pink and black. Okay, here we go. Hi, Tina. Y'all, please make sure that you sprinkle the video. That just means SHARE. Tag a friend. Whatever you need to do to get the word out there that you are part of an amazing crafting community. Because you are. No, I'm not Cheryl. I am not going to use the entire thing. No, ma'am. So that's what I have to mentally tell myself. Like, Don't add ink to the entire thing. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking my squeegee and I'm just dragging that ink over the silk screen, over the transfer, kind of pushing through, right? So that it goes on to my shirt. Okay, so I have Old School done so far. I hope you guys can see that. If not, tell me and I can scoot my desk back a little bit more. All right, now I'm just gonna do the truck. I'm not gonna do super power. Just gonna do, then there's some lines down below the truck I think I'm gonna do. We'll see how it turns out. Old School's not on camera. Okay. 1 second. Better? It just seems so far away from y'all. Is that better? I needed to move my camera down a little bit. It's fine. We're gonna make it work, right? All right, so now I'm just gonna keep going. Trying to be careful so I don't get anything. I don't put ink on a part of the transfer that I don't want it on, okay? So I kind of flip my squeegee over and I'm gonna work at it the other direction. Just like that. Okay. Let's see how we did. Okay, so everything that I have left on this squeegee is gonna go back into the jar, okay? And I've got like these little cups that I just put everything in. I'm gonna close up my ink. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. Okay, much better. Sorry, guys. Sorry. All right, now, check your fingers. Always check your fingers. Check under your fingernails. You want to make sure that you don't have any ink on your fingers when you go to lift this up, okay? Tonight, let me see if I have something to put this on. I'm going to just lay my transfer right here on the backer sheet. This will wash off, okay? I am washing all of my stuff. So now what I'm going to do is just grab it from the center, hold it up here at the top, and pull it up. I don't see any place that looks like I need to go back over it. It looks good to me. So now I'm going to just lay this down right here. I will take this to my sink. I will use this. This is called a board eraser. This is in the supply list whenever you comment truck. And use some water and just clean it off front and back, and then it's clean and you'll be able to reuse it again. Okay? So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take my quick dry tool. This does not get hot like an embossing gun. It's just like, it doesn't get like it doesn't get as hot as a blow dryer either. Thanks. I hope y'all are well. If you have big plans for this weekend. Baseball's over. They did not win their game for the playoffs. So now we're on to lots of fun with friends for summer. By the way, I have twin boys. They're 11, in case you didn't know. Lots of summer activities. Hey, Cheryl. So I'm just kind of drying it a little bit. I am going to show you how to heat set it. Some of y'all may be thinking like, oh, you have your ink mat inside of this. It's going to melt. No, not with this quick dry tool. There are two settings, one low, one high. I have it on high. Now, if you're doing this at home, Walk away, let it sit there for a couple of hours, and then come back. Take the ink mat out, and then you'll heat set it. All right? Oh, look at you, Jeannie. Thanks, Dana. Have my little brother's college graduation party tomorrow. Well, congratulations to him. That's awesome. All right, so here's the deal. Let me tell you a secret. When your ink is tacky, that means it is still wet. So you just kind of want to touch it. If it doesn't feel too tacky, then you can proceed with the next step. Okay, so we're good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to remove it, remove my shirt from the ink mat, okay? Because you do not want to heat set when your ink mat is in your shirt, because that will melt your ink mat. All right, now I'm going to slide this right here. This is a Cricut, I don't know, heat pad, heat mat. I do have those on my Amazon store. Just comment the word truck and scroll to the bottom. Okay, so now I'm going to very carefully move my shirt down. See, and look, see, I have black ink all over me because it does go through on the other side of the front, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to just wipe my arm off. The ink will come off your skin, y'all. Don't be afraid. Plus, I don't want to get this on the pink part of my shirt. Okay, so I think we're good. I have no paper towels. I'm so unprepared. So unprepared. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, make sure that the section I inked is laying on the mat itself. Okay, then I'm going to grab a piece of parchment paper, just like this. Grab my Cricut heat press, and then I'm going to set the timer for 30 seconds. I do have mine set at 330 degrees. If you don't have something like this, just use an iron, set it to medium-high heat, put parchment paper over it, and do the same thing, and I would do it for like 2-ish minutes. Okay? Yay, Deb! Your American sign behind you is a large palette. No, that is the beaded rectangle frame. Yes, Michelle, the old school lettering is awesome. All right, so that beat, right? So that part is done. So I'm going to lift this off, and I'm going to feel it. And again, if it's tacky, then it's not quite heat set, okay? And you'll need to probably do it again. Do what I just did again. It's really, really hot, though. Okay, I think we're good. It's not tacky. So now what we're going to do is take this out. We're going to flip this inside out. And we're basically going to do the exact same thing. Okay? Because remember, that ink will go through that front layer of your shirt. So it may be a little tacky on this side. All right? Just fold it in half. And then we're just going to do the same thing. Probably not as long, though. It doesn't require the full 30 seconds. Just want to make sure that that ink gets into the t-shirt. It becomes one with the fabric. That's okay, Cheryl. I am too if I'm not like being too careful. All right, so we've got our ink pad or our heating pad here. That is done. So now what we're going to do is flip this right side out. And now we have our old school shirt. And it is so for the ladies, right? So let me just scoot up here, show you guys that you can take a more, what I thought was a more masculine design and make it into a female. And I am very old school at certain things. I love old school hip hop music. And the minute I pulled out the transfer, and I said, I need to do one more project, old school. I was like, I'm putting that. I love old school hip hop, okay? That is something you learned about me today. So, old school with the truck. There you have it. Comment truck. You've only got a couple more hours to get this design. Join club. Y'all, we'll see you next time. Bye, friends.